You know, when you're talking about New York, New Jersey soccer, I could talk forever.
The community, the camaraderie.
We all grew up surrounded by soccer. You know, it wasn't a choice, honestly, for a lot of us.
The path for me to end up on the national team was just kind of carved out for me some way.
I just want to do something that will help soccer grow and become somebody in the U.S.
It's here. It can no longer be ignored.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. Because football, we're just a few miles from where the final of the World Cup will be. We are in New York City, and we're exploring the soccer culture and community here, as well as in North Jersey. And we're going to be experiencing and exploring all corners, all levels of the game here in the city and the wider metropolitan area. Places you've seen in movies, the places you've read about, and how they are connected to this game of soccer, this game of football that we all love. Whoever loves the game in this city, we're gonna get their stories and we're gonna share it with you. I wanna bring these stories to you guys to show that the United States not only has probably the quirkiest, the weirdest, the wackiest soccer history, the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride, but I think we're in a beautiful golden era. And with the World Cup coming up in 2026, with the Women's World Cup in 2031, we're ready to just take this game to a whole nother level. We're excited to show you that in this episode of the Road Trip to the World Cup documentary series. Let's go. What's up, guys? We are here in Long Island. We're at training for Brooklyn FC, the USL Super League. We've been welcomed in by the club to get to know some of their players and a bit of the club's story. Brooklyn is actually one of the boroughs that we haven't visited too much on this series so far. We've been in Queens, we've been in Manhattan, we were up at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, but Brooklyn itself has a rich history and its own unique identity. But Brooklyn FC is Brooklyn's first fully professional soccer team in a long time. There was another Brooklyn FC in the American Soccer League of the 20s and 30s that also later became Brooklyn Hispano Club, who had won a Challenge Cup. This version of Brooklyn FC has only been around for 2 seasons. Next year in 2026, a men's team will kick off as well. We're excited to be here at the session, and we're looking forward to introducing you to some of the players that have some local ties to this area. They've seen and grown up through the footy culture in New York, in New Jersey, and they understand what it means for Brooklyn FC to be here representing the city. All right, and we're gonna do a little crossbar challenge. But we don't know, nobody is like stood up and be like, I'm gonna win.
No,
Nobody's sure yet.
I feel like we're all like, I won't.
Okay, okay. Well, let's, I want to make a secret prediction based off no background information whatsoever. All right, so let's do our intros. So we've got first, Scarps. We got Scarps. You have that on your jersey, right?
Yeah, I do. I honestly don't know how I've gotten away with it.
And then we got Emma.
Yes, hello, I'm Emma.
And?
Hope.
And tell everybody too where you guys are from as well.
I'm from Long Island, New York.
From Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
I'm from Brick, New Jersey.
Okay, Scarf.
Youngest first.
Oh, that's
Close.
I feel like... No!
A little high. It's all right. Money. Oh!
We might be here a while.
Yeah, we need an assistant.
Girl. Come on!
I thought you were gonna hit it too. Come on, Hope.
Ooh, close again. Like a carbon copy.
Oh. Guys, we gotta make it.
Pitch rate. Oi! Third time is the charm. Third time is the charm. All right, let's see. Can we match it? Where Emma's out. Ooh! Oh! Back to back. No pressure. No pressure at all.
Let's keep it.
Oh! No. VAR. VAR.
I'm out. Honestly,
All right.
I feel like it counts just for the coolness of it.
And then there were 2. Yeah, technically it was a double crossbar, which is its own
Can we
technique.
back up like one line? Yeah.
Ooh,
Just to make it...
raising the stakes. Ooh, money again.
No!
Oh, the champion.
I just had to get a good feel on the ball and the wind, like it was coming from like
You got
this
to
direction.
exactly. Yep. All right. Awesome. Cool. Crossbar champion. Scarps.
Let's do a test. Can you say your name and where
Testing. Yeah. Hope Breslin, Mitchell Field on Long Island.
we are? Cool. All right. Who wants to go next?
You go.
Okay, I'll go.
You need a new assistant.
I remember, like, even in elementary school, projects you would do, like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, every single time it was, I want to be a professional soccer player, I want to be a professional soccer player.
And with this new league that we're in now, it's created a lot of opportunity for a lot of women and a lot of players.
Yeah, I mean, to be in that position where you can be a role model for younger girls is a dream come true, and I think it's on us to be role models, to be connecting and reaching out and being that for those younger girls when they're at the games, when we're out in the community doing stuff.
Awesome.
You know, growing up, I felt like everybody around me played soccer, like that was the sport. So I think just having that sense of community around you, like, just really felt like I was always doing the right thing.
I mean, like Hope said about Long Island or even Philly, like Jersey's like grit, you know, we all grew up surrounded by soccer. You know, it wasn't a choice, honestly, for a lot of us. We have so much heart in the game, and for the final to be in New Jersey, like, I still can't believe it. And I did love playing in Portugal, and I played in Brisbane, Australia. To be able to have the opportunity to come back home and play near my family, I think it's really special.
Seeing my family in the stands is really important to me and makes me feel good. I always look for them, give them a wave, make sure I know that they're there supporting me.
But what does it mean to, like, have Brooklyn FC, have a women's professional team? Of course, there's Gotham too, but, like, having the women's professional team to look forward to. And what do you see as your role?
They had a camp actually on the other field in the summer, and I got to speak to them. And they know who I am, I know who they are. So, you know, whenever they see me now, you know, we give big hugs, whatever. So just kind of being that role model for them and having them be able to look up to me and come to the games because they're close. Yeah, it's just really cool, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
And what's your favorite thing about playing for Brooklyn FC?
The girls. I love the team.
Any, how was today's session? Today's session seemed
Any
like,
favorite teammates?
yeah, favorite teammates.
Not Hope.
Just
Just kidding.
Gotta say it.
Honestly, the people who do come to our games are awesome, especially the little kids. And I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's just crazy because 15 years ago that was me, and you know, I was that little kid looking up to Christian Rampone, Carly Lloyd, those types of players. So
what should people expect when they come out to a game? How do you say the name of your stadium?
my Momities.
That was way off. I'm glad.
Yeah, my Momities.
My Momities. Say that 3 times.
Nah,
That should have been the challenge. Maimonides or Maimonides?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
What should they expect?
I mean, women's soccer is growing rapidly. Such a beautiful game.
As a women's soccer player, I think people don't realize how great we are. We could play a good game of soccer, and I think it's a really cool stadium to play at and to watch soccer at. So yeah, you're in for a good night if you come watch Brooklyn FC.
Such a cool atmosphere, and you know, I don't think you'll regret it.
Awesome. Cool.
Period.
All right. Good ball. He's there. Good tackle. Ooh, good body. I don't really know what's going on. I can't tell the dimensions. I don't know what's out. I don't know why that just stopped. Yeah. Oh! She just said she didn't try to do that. You got to claim a finish like that. I've noticed a lot as I was traveling around the world the last 18 months or so. I knew this already, but it really was reinforced to me. Women's soccer was a huge part of my journey because 1999, I'm 9 years old. Women's World Cup comes around, the US wins it, iconic moment with Brandy Chastain, incredible commercials, marketing, TV product. I was hooked. But traveling around the world, I really got to see there's only a handful of countries that have anywhere near the infrastructure, the pathway for young girls to play with girls to get quality coaching. And so I think it's something that we have to champion. Oi! It's something that we have to keep in mind, that when we look at like American soccer culture, what we're seeing with professional teams and professional clubs in the United States, hopefully, again, we can keep that sustained, because we had leagues before, you know, USL was doing its thing. There was the WUSA, WUSA when I was a kid. So hopefully we can sustain it. We can keep the viewership and get people involved. But there's such an opportunity within women's soccer in general to tap into a totally new community of fans and a new demographic that traditional men's soccer doesn't appeal to and doesn't speak to. And I think, again, when we think of what this game means and why it's relevant to people's lives, that's something that's very exciting.
Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Just a reminder, this episode is part of a 4-part series about the New York, New Jersey soccer community, and just one piece of a larger series exploring the game in all 16 World Cup host cities. If you want to see more, go to our channel and click the Road Trip to the World Cup playlist and watch another video. Honestly, with the way the YouTube algorithm works these days, watching another video or leaving a comment below is actually a better way to support us and to make sure you get more of our stories in your feed than just hitting the subscribe or like button. Thanks so much. Let's get back to the journey.
I'm just thinking it's a beautiful day. I'm just so fortunate I get to do this. Wow. Amazing view of Manhattan as well behind. I just feel so grateful I get to do this, and I'm so grateful you guys are coming along for the ride. This is a journey for me in many ways. You know, kind of taking a risk and leaving a pretty stable jobs to travel around the world, being a YouTuber, like trying to figure everything out. But all the people who have supported, you guys who are watching, thank you so much for being here. Oh, I see lights. Here it is. You know, I've been fronting a lot of this, all the travels around the world, minimal sponsorships, which is fine. Happy to do that. Had amazing experiences, do not regret and wouldn't change. If you're sponsoring soccer in your area, if you know somebody who is, I would love to be able to keep doing this and be able to pay my bills from telling football stories. If you guys enjoy coming along on our adventures and our travels, you want more of it, if you'd like to donate, we've got the link in the description. Or if you know companies and brands that want to be associated with this journey, who want to support it and really show the soccer community in the United States and in North America, want to support that financially to make it happen and keep this journey going, keep our adventures going, and keep being a part of the ride, please reach out or share this with somebody. And also comment below, let us know some stories that we missed or what we should also check out in the area. But just made it to Met Oval, so pretty cool. All right, so here we are. We've got Met Oval behind me. They say it's the oldest continuously used soccer field in the United States.
The longest serving continuous soccer field in America that's only been used for soccer. The Met Oval was created by German-Hungarian immigrants in the 1920s.
Back in the day, it was continuously used for soccer. I was there on a Saturday night, and it was like a conga line for games. It was like a triple, quadruple doubleheader of some of the top amateur semi-professional teams.
And since the 1920s, it's just hosted a fantastic lineup of community-based soccer teams competing against each other. And this is our 100-year anniversary.
So it's really cool to be able to celebrate the centenary, a huge milestone. If you've seen our New England videos and some of the other ones around the country, you know I've gone to places that in the past had a significant literal place in American soccer. It's pretty cool that this place is still here. And I was talking to some of the parents and they said just how unique it is to have a field. And this isn't a city park, right? This is run by the Met Oval Foundation, brought a soccer club back to this area because throughout the 90s, it was getting overrun, it wasn't well maintained. The foundation came in, revitalized it, and brought this place back to life. And it is living, and you've got the 7-year-olds here playing, and I'm just thinking again, like so many of these cradles of football in the New York and New Jersey area, how many generations now have been here playing, and can we keep this going in the future, and what does soccer look like on this pitch and in this community in another 10, 20, 30 plus years? So pretty cool, very thankful and grateful I got to get here for this. But I mean, the skyline, the view of the city behind is just unreal.
Red Bull's Ooh, what a hit! What a hit.
You know, soccer to me, not to sound blasphemous, is religion. To become a religion, we needed to build our own chapels, churches, cathedrals. Today, we have chapels, churches, and cathedrals. And we're getting there. Fortunately, we don't have to fight, at least not the way my friends have to fight on the streets, on the playgrounds of New York City, in a basketball court, softball field, in order to be able to play kickball for an hour or so. In New York and surroundings and the neighborhoods, so to speak, kept the game going, kept the game alive, but obviously at the level that it was realistically possible through the immigrant communities, which included teams from, gosh, every imaginable country on the planet. I played for the American Czechs, and those kids were no more Czechs than I was. If it was for ethnic soccer, we possibly wouldn't be sitting here talking about this. It kept the game alive, but obviously not to the extent that was necessary. You know, the time of when the immigrants were a really major force until the 50s was gone. It had gone suburban. The game was expanding, but at the same time, it was becoming a problem because those communities that are fairly large in organizing and having a team, they didn't have enough players. The Portuguese club all of a sudden became 2 or 3 Portuguese and 7, 8, 9, 12 other guys from God knows where.
It's official. Finally.
Oh, Nike field,
Finally,
bro.
man.
Wow.
I took, yeah, very much took the scenic route. I actually walked the wrong way, and then I came up Canal, and then came over, but finally here. We did it.
Yeah. These are Rebels.
Okay.
Rebels.
How about the Fresh Coast guys? I'm out here to see them, but what can you tell us about Fresh Coast?
I'd say it's a good group. I think they've done a good job of keeping the social aspect along with, you know, the group aspect, especially with their commitment to being social and also competing. It's a bit of a derby match at times, but it's also a brotherhood.
Yeah.
I'd say Diaz is a gent. He's done a lot to ensure that at least when we're not battling out on the pitch, that, you know, we can grab brews together.
Yeah. Non-negotiable going to the pub, but that's part of the beyond the pitch values that you guys have. Whether it's like I love the pictures of you guys like suit and tie, full like annual events and the awards, the trophies, like going the extra mile.
At the end of the day, we have more in common with each other as like lower Manhattan football players and fans than with 99% of other people. You got to find a way to kind of, you know, cross that bridge and bring the social aspect out of it. You know, it helps the sport, the league, the culture. Totally. Plus also, this is New York. We're kind of we're pressed for space.
Yeah.
So all the great pitches are in the middle of these neighborhoods. I mean, the amount of people who come here on a weekly basis who have just become fans because the sport is here in their backyard. It's awesome. I think that's what makes it special too.
It's cool, and it's cool because it's just like, you know, adult amateur, and it's not like pro at all, but it's just like still entertaining enough, and it's something to do, and then people start to build the relationships through, which is really cool.
It's a privilege to be in New York to begin with, and the fact that you can, you know, step out of your apartment and find a little football culture. Everybody's welcome in New York.
We got Mark through the fence here. Mark, you come out to all the games.
Oh, not all the games,
no?
but a lot of them.
Yeah, what brings you out? What draws you in?
Just friends. I met, everybody's friends, you know.
Good like community of soccer, right? Yeah.
Well, I stopped here on my way to Whole Foods, back down to home in Chinatown.
Okay, all right, cool. Come on, get back. So has this always been a big soccer playing area, like these fields in this area?
This is one of the more popular ones in this area.
Okay.
Yeah, they got them all over the city, all over the 5 boroughs.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. And it's free, right? The show?
Oh, everything's
grab your spot on the bench.
Hey, so long as they don't take it away from us, it's free.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Thanks, Mark.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
nice meeting you.
Likewise.
All right.
All right. So again, just another side of the community, how the beautiful game is bringing people together.
One thing about the club is everyone has to be. So, man, Andrew. Hey, what's up? Good to see you, man. Everyone has to be bestowed an animal name. A lot of these guys played at a high level, college, some like pro, whatever, and they get a little big for their britches sometimes, we found, if we don't give them that animal name. For the field players, North America, deciduous forest, kind of like Chicago
Keep it
roots
like-
in a way.
okay.
But if you're a water creature, that means you're a goalie. So the beluga whale over here from Sweden, got the cobra. We're gonna
Gotcha.
up here the bobcat. The
Okay, so
pato.
the Cornelio, the Cornelia is it's a rabbit.
Yeah.
That's right. I was trying to remember. I definitely saw it on a menu when I was in Italy. So I was like trying to
Very good.
recall. Yeah.
Fred Coniglio, famous northern Italian dish, and he wanted the name in a different
rabbit.
language. So that's why the pato over here. So
Okay.
that's the bobcat over here.
The
Sharp as
bobcat.
always.
The bobcat.
It's a little bit based on like everything
The
else.
bobcat's got his bulletproof vest here.
I've had
Need
many
that.
ankle issues over my life. It's a big community.
Yeah. What keeps you coming back?
The people, the camaraderie.
Andrew, Max, good to meet you. Now you guys can play a little bit, I've heard.
That was awesome.
As the trophy case proves.
Since I've been with the team, there's been maybe 13 trophies.
Okay.
Quality players, quality friends. It's a good mix.
We have a pretty strict no asshole policy on the team, as Diaz will tell you. And I do think we do a good job of living up to that for the most part.
So is that I think that's 2-1.
We still have a 0-0 here, but it looks the Coasters are trying to change that soon. But they've been a little bit on the back foot. See who's going to be a game changer, who's going to be a decision maker here. Now we got halftime. Not great. Got the first aid kit. That's responsible.
Very
We do have
responsible
the
of us.
first aid kit. Yeah, very smart with these turf burns, man.
It's brutal.
Whenever the gentleman Dan hooked it up here, got Fresh Coast hat, so we're official now, representing. Can rock this all over the country on our series. Let's go. Nice.
Let's go. Get the beluga. Come on, boys. I know we're coming off a crazy high last week, but we can't drop twice this week. Are you good? You need a break? No, actually, no, take a break. Put the pato back up top. Yeah. And on the midfield, Evan, fucking thank you, dude. You're fucking balling out.
Yeah,
Love
good
it.
shit.
Yeah, good shit.
Beast.
And then Cam's gonna take me in like 5 minutes, and then we'll finish the game like that between Jack and Ricky, Jeremy, Cam in the back, and then any midfielder needs it, just raise your hand.
Love the 7-a-side fast-paced action here, flying opportunities end to end. Fresh Coast, these guys have been around for like 10 years now in New York City. And one thing I love about them and kind of the style they do things in motto, not only great kits, of course, but more than just showing up to play on the Sundays. They do like annual events, they'll do fundraisers as well. They do sponsorships with local eateries and bars and all these places. They really kind of cultivate the community, like some of the other teams we talk to, similar to New York Internationals, teams that want to be more than just like showing up, right? Showing up on it, they want to be a little more organized, and that's the opportunity as well that we've got here. Sorry I got distracted because there are 2 balls on the pitch.
One to beat. Let's see it. Let's see something. Yes, it's just Will.
Oh, what a save. Good work. Everybody behaving themselves
Yeah,
today?
everybody behaving themselves. Everybody's doing well.
Yeah.
What's up? Did you get married?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You out here every week with these guys?
Yes, I'm
so
out.
you get a little rapport. Because you kind of have the rapport, guys usually pretty cool, or
Yeah, I mean, they still get into it, but like as you learn over the years and you build rapport, because they see the same guy every week, so they know you just got to keep things fair and level. So like, and also these guys are here for fun. Every week you come here, you see me, we high five. You guys play a hard fought game.
Yeah.
Win or lose, right? We all have mutual respect, and then
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're all here because we love the game.
Good work, man. It's the only footy team that's going to be on this entire series, all 16 cities and whatever, like 100-something teams at all levels we follow that has
the club walkie-talkies. We got to stay in touch, make sure the lads stay up to cell phones. Also keeps us in touch with some of the local bartenders, our favorite restaurants. Everybody who's a fulcrum of the club gets a walkie-talkie. Over
and out. Wow. All right, to be continued. The walkies are back.
That's how you do it. The walkies forever.
All right, gotta get a slice here. The boys.
There you go.
Here be my videographer.
And you know, it's special.
Kiss the bag. Give us a kiss the bag.
I took mine off, but it goes above it. 4 generations of Fresh Coast now. It was always meant to be more than a team. And I'm really proud of us. Okay, club. These are great guys. We find a way in New York.
Just left the Fresh Coast boys. 0-0 game, but the vibes were immaculate. One thing that I was talking about with them, this is like the one thing a week that they have to really not think about all the pressures of their world and of their life. And footy brings that, and it brings friends, and a lot of them similar to the New York Internationals guys. A lot of them are transplants too, from all over the world. And so the footy team gives them an opportunity. We've been visiting these ethnic clubs too, right? These social, cultural clubs around the country. Up in New England, we were with, Gremio Lusitano or Phi Lens, these Portuguese clubs. In Philly, we're with the Ukrainian Nationals. Here in Jersey, we're with the Carney Scots. Like, that happens in some capacity now, but it's not quite as common, or those clubs at least are going through generational changes. But it shows that even with the Fresh Coast, everybody doesn't share an ethnicity and a national culture, a regional culture, or language. Well, yes, a language, but doesn't have the same background, but it's like footy that brings them together. And it's just really cool that they can kind of reinvent themselves, and then that again is a way this game brings everybody together. I want to feel, again, just very pumped up and motivated and encouraged by all these stories here in New York of the possibilities when you get involved. If you're feeling like you're in a tough spot, feeling lonely, get involved with soccer in some way. You're going to find your people.
Everybody knows, when they come here, it's always high level. You have to be on your top game to win. How you doing? Good?
Rocking, man.
Yes,
So
everything good.
Tell us what's going on today. What do you guys do?
We got a little high quality pickup session, providing opportunities for all types of athletes, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, MLS Next Pro for the off season.
How does everybody hear about this?
So we do have our own account. It's pretty big. It's getting there. We're growing every day.
How is it coming out here, being able to kind of do something kind of organic versus like a more structured environment?
I mean, it's definitely more free playing. Like, guys can play more free, just try out new things, Oh. Yes. Yeah. It was winter break of my freshman year of college, and I was just training by myself every single day, and I just felt like I needed an environment where I could just train and be ready for the spring. I invited my boy Lalo to help me running, and he helped me grow so much. He's done an amazing job, and it's the reason why we've grown so much, because of him. He recently got picked up because Westchester Soccer Club, obviously they're a new team, and they would always come to our sessions and scout players, look for players, because obviously they're a new team in the USL League One.
So is everybody here, you're saying it's like different levels of college, MLS Next Pro, but everybody's kind of from like Rockland?
Yes,
County,
Rockland, Jersey, Westchester, around there.
Okay.
We got some guys from Connecticut. A lot of people travel like about an hour and a half
to
come here.
You guys still feel like part of New York soccer?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're still close to the city, probably like half an hour, less than half an hour, but a lot of guys here are also from the city as well.
What do you guys like about coming out here to Rockland footy and playing?
I think it's good because there's D1 and it's just a mix of group of kids that are talented.
Just like you're not really have like pressure to like perform. It's just like you're coming to play with other high quality players just for fun.
Yeah, I think a lot of clubs can do better because, there's a lot of stories of coaches, really affecting a player's mental state, not playing them or not having a close relationship, using them in a certain way, and they don't really appreciate it. But
What do you think's made people start coming? What's made it grow, do you think?
Definitely the Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
I think the social media part of it. College players like us, like in the off season, we just always need to get touches. We drive ourselves crazy if we're not touching the ball.
So like if I say North Jersey, New York soccer, like what things come to mind?
First thing I think of is Cedar Stars. Their Bergen team, North Jersey, they get the Benedicts guys after they're done with their high school season, and then they just form a powerhouse. And every year it seems like they're just getting better.
Honestly, a hub of soccer. With the city right across the bridge, there's like thousands of people, millions of people in the city who like try and find something to do.
So we got the semi-final that was about to get real. Now you guys are gonna start playing?
Playing the championship game. We was warming up before.
We got Pints to decide the final.
You can't put a caution, bro. It's not my fault. You can't tackle me. It's not my fault. Let's go!
Guys, come on.
I'm not worried. My boy has it.
Good take.
Oh, fucker. You go left, right, middle. Oh! Yes! Let's go!
Wasn't recording the Sally. You guys gotta do the Sally again. I wasn't recording the Sally. You gotta do it again.
What should I say?
I don't know, man. How do you feel?
Amazing.
You guys
Play was
won.
amazing teammate. We came back, final PK. We scored last 2-3 minutes. Don't ever give up. Yes, sir.
For sure, man. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Thanks for...
Guys, thank you so much for being here. We hope you're enjoying this episode, and we've got so many more amazing stories here for you, so make sure you stick around. We're doing this all over the country, in all 16 host cities, but we can't do it alone. If you want to support, please consider contributing. You can scan the QR code on the screen or find the link in the description for our Buy Me a Coffee link, or just like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Anything helps.